What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I'm here to share with you my official review for Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Now, I'm sure you can already tell, I'm not really in my usual filming locations, and this is actually probably going to be the first movie review I've done in a long time with me standing up. But I have to say, I just got back from the theater, and I have to say, I had a blast with this movie. A lot more so than I thought I would be. I mean, I usually have a certain mindset when it comes to Marvel films, like they have a certain standard that I, thought that they would follow, but I have to say I was very impressed with Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It certainly exceeded my own expectations, and I think that's a very good credit to the cast and the filmmakers and just everyone who was a part of this project. This movie stars Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Anthony Mackie, Samuel Jackson, and a whole number of people. Everyone did a really phenomenal job, especially Chris Evans as Captain America. Back in the day, I used to make fun of him at the idea of him being Captain America, because I would just always go off and say, when is he going to say flame on? Just flame on. But I'm absolutely on board. He is Captain America. He is Steve Rogers. He did an absolutely amazing job with the character. Very believable, and he is in many ways getting up to that point that I have with Hugh Jackman, which, I'm really not sure if anyone else could actually do Captain America better than him. I thought Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, she had a lot of really good scenes and a lot of really very interesting filmed action scenes, I might say. Anthony Mackie wasn't in the film as much as I thought he would be, but what he was given in this film was absolutely outstanding. He's really impressed me as an actor, and I will actually be a little bit disappointed if he is not in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Now, going to the overall plot of this film, it actually takes a lot of key elements from the Winter Soldier storyline, and I'm not going to give any spoilers away for those of you who actually are just attacking other viewers who are actually spoiling the big twist at the end of the film. But I felt it actually did a reasonably good job taking the source material and implanting it in this world. But what I really liked about how the story was told was that it wasn't as over the top as I had always believed Marvel films. It is actually very much grounded, which is how I actually like my comic book based movies. I don't want them to feel like comic books. I want them to actually feel like they're taking place in the real world. And this movie actually goes over a number of really key ideas that we have to really think about in the United States here. As in, do we give up security for protection, or do we stay free will and end up being in a much more dangerous world? This movie really addresses those ideas, and it actually implements them into the story very well. I felt that all the action in the film was very well shot and very well choreographed, especially a lot of the up-close hand-to-hand combat scenes that Captain America takes part in, because he does a lot of hand-to-hand combat, and they are all just badass. I would even go so far, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I would even go so far as to say the action hand-to-hand combat scenes in this film were probably better than all the hand-to-hand combat scenes I've seen in all the Dark Knight films. I know, I'm shocked for saying that, but they were that intense, that creative, and that much more entertaining. If I had any real complaints, they're not really big complaints. They're more of they have the nerve to actually add a couple of cameos and a couple of little mentions to a couple of other key Marvel characters. But my question that keeps popping up is why didn't certain characters pop up? Why don't we hear them talk about more? I mean, especially if this is the film leading into Avengers: Age of Ultron, I would have liked them to at least acknowledge the other members that are going to be a part of the next Marvel film. I would have liked them to at least acknowledge them a little bit better. But that's not really a serious complaint. And in the first set of movies going into Avengers, I have to say Captain America was not my favorite. Iron Man 1 was my favorite going into Avengers 1. And although I didn't really like Avengers 1, going into Avengers 2, I have to say this is going to be my favorite film going into that film. And that film is coming out next year. So you can just imagine just how pumped up I am for Avengers: Age of Ultron. If I had to give this movie a rating, I would absolutely give it an A-. I would certainly put it on league with probably my favorite Marvel movie at this time, which is Iron Man 1. It doesn't quite get up there, but it's a good second contender, and I would absolutely recommend all of you guys see this in theaters. I might even end up seeing this twice if someone would be willing to go with me. If you like this movie review, feel free to comment down below, and please subscribe to track me with my future movie video game reviews and topic videos. You can also press one of the links in the description down below to friend me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter, and I will be sure to friend you and follow you back. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.